You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show about amateur medicine.
Yeah, welcome to our amateur medicine podcast.
Yep.
We're going to give you lots of advice.
Yep, I work in a hospital. It's close enough.
Yep.
So I feel good about talking about everything we're going to talk about.
It's going to be a little bit of a kind of a different episode. We're going to be interviewing doctors live. So buckle up for that.
Yep, it's very experimental.
It's extremely experimental. Oh, this just in. I forgot that we had to shrink our equipment to talk to the doctors. So
we're in a person.
Yeah.
As crazy as this
we're always
sounds,
in a person when we record.
This will make way more sense when we tell you we're talking about Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon for the SNES today.
A game where a man shrinks down and goes inside another man.
Yep. Normally, you want the man to get bigger before he goes in the other man.
It's true.
Not this way around.
No.
Well, I'm your bearded host, Tyler. Well, no, I need to back up a little bit. So,
back it up.
So this is Tyler and Dave Play Old Games.
Yes.
Show that happens once a week where we talk about Super Nintendo games. Like this week, our Dark Cat of God the Randomizer shows, like I said, Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon. Which, at first I was like, man, that sounds pretty fucking awesome. But we'll get into that.
Yeah, each episode we play a random Super Nintendo game.
Uh-huh. Very random.
This week it was very random.
Very random.
This week it was very random.
Who are you again?
I'm Dave. Hi.
Yeah, what's up?
I feel like we've met
What's a
before.
defining characteristic of you that you have? Besides that big dick.
Fuck, that was where I was going. Big balls, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's key that we know both.
Yeah, it's actually not in that order. For those of you keeping score at home. Yeah. Yeah. It's like God flipped a coin and it landed on tails for sure.
It's like 3/4 it's tilted, so just a little more one than the other.
What's a defining characteristic about you?
My beard.
Your beard.
Yeah.
Oh, you were looking for me to say glasses.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Yeah, or glasses. I was about to get real dark. I'd be like, I don't know, man. I got a lot of issues. I don't know.
My nihilistic nature.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to settle any of these issues before I die, but that's my characteristic.
Yeah, we're just Naruto and Sasuke. That's fine.
I'm never going to retire. How about that? How's that for a characteristic?
Well, none of us are. None of us are. That ship sailed.
Yeah.
Until we Highlander style slay the boomers and take their quickening. Then we can retire.
Shoot, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's in the cards. I don't think it's in the cards for me, man.
We'll have to train you to take a really strong boomer out.
Yeah, that's true. That is my defining characteristic. Is that I'm undergoing training to take out a very strong boomer.
Well, what have you been up to this week?
I've been playing a lot of Ultima Online. No one wants to hear about that.
Some people probably want to hear about that.
But I'm playing on UO Forever. It's a free server. And I've been playing with Choctaw and Grim, and Mitch set up this awesome UO mapper server so we can see where we all are in the world. So that was really cool of him. So Holy Dumpster Divers playing.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's been cool. We're trying to get Duke Sithtoast William to get in. Paul Kluel played for a little bit. Everyone, it's funny because it's like everyone goes through the experience of leaving the newbie zone and then immediately getting PK'd.
Yeah.
And it is definitely like a make or break. It's either, all right, I'm all in, or it's like, I'm done. That was
all right. Bye-bye.
That was fun 2 days. I'm out.
Because you did say Paul did play.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I think his thing was he died and then someone just ran up, looted his entire corpse and then ran away. And it's like, I think it was Choctaw in Discord, in the TADPOG Discord, who's like, yeah, that's UO. And I'm just like, yeah, that's UO.
Yep.
So the spirit of UO is definitely
It's like
alive.
Blood Bowl is an RPG. Are you good with that, Paul?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
That's actually but it's less random than Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made my third character, so that's cool.
Awesome. What's your third character? Who are the characters you have made?
So I made Sardius. He's the tamer.
Okay.
Almost up to 85 taming.
Nice.
Working on it. It's fucking slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting to the point where like I'm seeing the other tamers who are leveling up with me at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like every time I see them, it's like, fuck, we're just going to be fighting for spawn points. And it's like, no one wants to share because it's Ultima Online. So it's like, you can't work out a system where it's like, you get the first one, then I'll get the next one. You can try, but it doesn't matter because it's lawless fucking chaos.
You have to bring
there.
in your PK friends to come in and kill them so you get all the spawns.
Right, exactly. Well, it's like I was playing the other night and it's like, so like I'm taming these crawlers, right? These giant like antlion looking things. And around here, they spawn on the beach, and on this beach, these pirates spawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taming the crawlers because it's like that gives me good skill gains up to like 85. And I'm killing the pirates as well, just because I want to make some money and like I need to pass some time while I'm waiting for the next crawler to spawn.
And then the Scourge of the Seas.
Right.
Get rid of the pirates.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of these pirates spawns.
Look at me. I'm the tamer now.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And then they tame me. And it's like for the next 8 hours, I have to like take the commands of like this NPC. I try to log out. It won't let me. So this pirate spawns, and for a moment I see above his head Paragon. And it's like, what the fuck is that? All right. So I start attacking it. And it's like, I get him to like half health. All of a sudden, this dude recalls in. He's got Paragon Hunter like in his title, and he just like throws down he's got like a badass monster with him. He's a tamer. He throws down this fucking firewall and then runs over, loots the corpse, or loots, because I've got it set up to like when something dies around me, the corpse auto opens so I can see what's in there.
Yeah.
There's a chest in there. The guy takes the chest, runs away 5 steps, and then hides. So it's like I'm continuing to like, okay, so like a deep crawler spawns and I start taming it. And it's like, as I'm taming it, I'm like, cause I can see in the corpse is like, the reason he hit is because he went gray. Man, I'm sorry. I'm getting down this UO rabbit hole.
He stole it from you, so it's a bad act?
Yes, it's a criminal action because I had claim to the loot because I did more damage. Not because I'm badass, just because I was there for a lot longer.
Yeah.
You know, chipping away.
Yeah.
Like Iceman's beam attack, over and over again, chip damage. So he hides. I know why he hides, because he's gray. I don't know, man. He should just recalled out or something, because it's like, what am I going to do, So he's hiding, and I know he's hiding. I'm like, do you want the gold too? Because you can have it. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't answer. And then finally, when he's blue, he comes out of hiding. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were AFK. It's like, I'm not AFK. You don't have to like.
I'm actively playing.
Right? You don't have to pretend. I know what you did.
This is you owed, man. Don't. Just own the evil. Just go for it.
And he was like, did you want that chest? And I'm like, I'm here for
sorry. I lost it. I'm going to give it to you, but like it's gone
I don't know
now.
where it went.
I don't know.
Oh. So yeah, he asked if I wanted it. And I was like, no, I'm here for the gains. I don't care. First of all, I'm sure whatever's in that chest is fantastic. I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? It's like, I just want to get taming to 100.
Yep.
That's all I'm here for. So anyway. That's my first character.
Pretty good. Who's your second character?
Second character is a big McLarge huge.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's a stealther. He's stealth, hiding, fencing.
Oh, you're assassin.
PK in training. Yeah. And then my third one is
who killed me? Big McLarge.
Big
huge.
McLarge huge. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. Dude, I don't think I have the bloodlust in me anymore. I really don't. I really don't think I have the bloodlust in me anymore. And it's exciting whenever, I engage in PvP.
No longer young and hot-blooded.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Yeah, now I'm an old man. I'm a seasoned man. I've been marinating for years.
There are old UO players and there are bold UO players.
Yes,
there are no old and bold UO players.
I'm definitely old because I don't know. That's going to change, I'm sure, when I get stronger and I get more bored. You know what I mean? Because that's why I PK'd in UO in like 1997 was just because it's like, fuck, man, I'm bored. I play this game like 18 hours a day. I'm bored. And it's like, then it just became a like, I have more money.
I made enough oily rags.
Right.
It's time to kill people.
Right. Yeah. It's like I have more money than I know what to do with. I have every spell in the game. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's because of that network that was there, the people I played with at Apex, where it's just like, I'm really understanding that now, not having that network, where it's like, I was looking for, I got my magery up to the point where I could cast Resurrection, but I don't have a Resurrection scroll. Back in the day, that wasn't a big deal because I could go, hey, does anybody have a full spell book of every spell in the game that I can have? And then someone's like, I got like 8. Here, how many would you like? But this was like an ordeal where it's like, post on the...
I gotta play this game now?
Right? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, everything's not just given to me anymore. So yeah, instead
I can't be a millennial anymore.
Right? Yeah, totally. I have to hit up the UO Forever, or not UO Forever. Sorry.
So I've slammed both boomers and millennials so far.
Well, yeah. Look, you're a millennial, right?
Yep.
I'm a millennial according to.
We are elder millennials.
Yeah.
How can I slam the Linksters? That's next.
I don't attack Roblox is my guess.
We'll get there.
But yeah, man, it's like I had to go to the UO Outlands Discord and be like, hey, I'm looking for a resurrect scroll. And I had to do that for like on the 3rd day. Someone sent me a message and was like, do you still need that resurrection scroll? I'm like, yes, I do. So now I can cast resurrection. Kind of a big deal.
Cool.
Not really. It's not a big deal at all. I'm very, very poor. Like rolling around looking at like the cost of houses. It's like a caravan is $250,000 to buy one. Cause it's like the housing's they recapture the spirit of original UO. Cause it's like, you ain't gonna fucking place a house. Like real estate, it's like, it's all taken up. You either gotta wait for something to decay or buy it from somebody. And it's real fucking expensive. Just to give you perspective, I've been playing for a couple weeks and I have 15,000 gold.
All right.
So that's not good. Not good at all.
Oh, it's just 235,000 more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
You just got to do like Josh used to do and go teleport into mountains where nothing can get you and just lightning bolt the elder dragons until they're all dead.
Yeah. Grim and I were hunting dragons the other day. And it's like the good thing about that server, again, it's UO Outlands. I want to reiterate that because I have a tendency to say UO Forever instead of UO Outlands. UO Forever is, I think, what they call the actual real Ultima online game now.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the URL that'll take you there. So I always get them flipped in my mind. But Grim and I, we were hunting dragons the other day and it's like the respawn rate on the server is very fast. So, I mean, as long as you're not PK'd, I mean, you can grind out some money, but the problem is you're usually PK'd.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So you just, all this money, so you buy all the good stuff, but you don't want to get stolen. So leave all your good stuff behind that you just bought with all the time and the money you just raised.
Sure.
Use the subpar stuff to get more money, to get more better stuff.
That you're still not going to wear.
That you're not going to use because you don't want to lose it. So that's also going to go.
I wear it. I do. Because it's like, honestly, enough shit drops on that server where it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Just throw it on. If I lose it, I lose it. All the real important shit is banked. But like, I've never cared about gear because I PvP'd so much that it's like, even though I killed a lot of people, I mean, I died a lot too.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not a big deal. You die, go to your bank, grab a bag that has, all the shit, put the dress macro on, and you're good to go again. I'm just not there yet. I'm not like, I don't have the funds to set up my bank with like.
You get everybody that was on the Apex server back in on this.
I know, I do.
Come on.
I know. A lot of them have moved on to like Final Fantasy 14 and, life.
Well, who your third character was that you just made?
Third character I just made today. Her name is Chesty LaRue. And she is I'm building her essentially to sneak into dungeons and lockpick chests just as like a non-combat moneymaker.
Oh, okay.
So the problem.
So she's a girl. You can beg for money and guys are going to give you stuff.
I mean, I didn't make her a girl for that reason, but yeah, I
That's
mean,
how it'll work
yeah,
out.
that's probably how it's going to work out.
I remember Wes did that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's your silver bowl of vanquishing. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm playing on my brother's account.
Yeah. Back in the 90s.
How does this work? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, like back in the 90s, my friend Frankel, who we played a session of D&D with a while back, he did that constantly because he played female characters. And it's like, there were he wouldn't even try sometimes. Like people would just like run up and trade him like deeds for boats. And it's just taking a chance. You know what I mean? Like this might actually be a real woman.
Aim for the moon. As long as I miss, I'll be among the stars.
That's right. That's exactly right. So, and then he would usually tell me who those people were, and then I'd go mock them.
And you make your girl harem that they can all come in for $1 million gold.
That's true. You know, I never got my Animal Crossing harem going. I gave up on that dream. But whatever.
One day,
perhaps.
Well, what else you been up to?
I went outside probably twice last week.
Too much, but go on.
It is too much. It's getting hot out there.
Yeah.
It's getting a little hot out there. I went out there because Law Dennis sent us. He heard my sad story about playing with Henry with the hose, and he sent us some water guns.
He sent us a slightly better hose.
Yeah, I mean the water guns were awesome. So we were out there with those for a little bit because it's like this is essentially how a conversation at my house goes. Dad, I want to play outside. And I'm like,
go ahead. Don't get in the road.
Yeah, exactly. You can go outside if you want. I'm not going to because it is hot. If you want to play inside, I'll play inside. It's hot.
Because Micah invited us to go kayaking.
Yes.
So it was like, getting them good indoor activities.
Yeah, I was just straight up, man. It's like, yeah, like kayaking and shit. That is not my level of activity. My level of activity is sitting down on the couch. And then I changed that to lying down on the couch because that's where I am now. Yeah, I can't. I just can't. But anyway, I was out there. We were out there. And then, so I haven't had a haircut since like, right before TADPOG prom.
You don't need it.
I'm probably not going to cut it. Truly. I don't think I need it because it's like I interact with less than 10 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like half of those people I don't even see, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever. I've never really like given my hair a chance to like get long. So it's like, okay, we'll try this thing out. But the other day when I was outside, the second time I was outside, a fucking hornet got in my hair.
Oh God.
And it's like, it was one of those where it's like, if I had realized I felt something, right? Cause it's like, I didn't have a hat on. And I felt something like, you know, like when you're in school or something, and like someone like throws like a tiny like paper wad or something at the back of your head. It felt like that. Like I felt something hit, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I reached my hand back, and when I reached my hand back, I hear and feel this vibration. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I just kind of like rake my fingers through my hair like a makeshift comb, you know, like a sweeping motion. And when I do, yeah, it's fucking a hornet comes out of my hand, and I run inside.
Tame failed.
Yeah, right. Yeah. My pacify succeeded, but my taming totally failed. Yeah, I got the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah, hornets are nasty.
So yeah, real nasty. We got a bunch of them too. Sucks.
Ugh. Well, I think if you're growing your hair out, just bring it all back. See what works. Bring back the Mako contacts, the upper ear piercing. Let's do it all.
I do have contacts. I did get contacts.
Nice.
Because of the whole mask thing, you know,
the
condensation, wearing the mask with glasses. But the problem is they just suck. Contacts suck, dude.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, I feel like I'm constantly like blinking and like, it's just horrible.
Just do like Josh does. Leave them in for a few months. You let them fuse onto your eyes real good.
Yeah.
So.
That's truly what I need to do. I don't think I'll ever do like LASIK or anything like that. Terrified to do it. Yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I don't know.
We have one friend that did that.
Really?
Yep. Our friend of Metroid fame, Super Metroid fame, Sean McElwain, had LASIK done. He said he had all the numbing stuff and he could smell his eyeballs cooking, but could not feel it. So that alone sounds.
Yeah, no, that sounds awful.
Plus, glasses are cool, man, so we're good.
I mean, they're all right. Sometimes they get in the way for sure.
Yeah.
Like, there are times you should wear contacts.
I mean, I haven't worn my glasses in forever.
Yeah.
Primarily because I do not know where they are.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
That is why I haven't worn them.
Well, you can borrow my pair that Clementine chewed up if you want.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what your prescription's like, but...
no, it's probably about time for me to go anyway.
Yeah.
But with that mask, I have to wear a lot of the day at work, so I may as well just not.
Yeah, no, I get it. I wouldn't either. I literally, like, when I had my eyes checked, it was to get these glasses.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, give me a contact prescription too, because I don't want to deal with condensation.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, burp. Because I'm drinking my drink of choice now, my Tanqueray and grapefruit juice.
Tanqueray. That's grapefruit juice? It looks, I don't know. It looks like...
I couldn't find the grapefruit juice I really like, so I just settled for Tropicana red grapefruit juice.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really like grapefruit or grapefruit juice, so I don't know what color it should be. But that kind of looks like a meat slurry or something.
Yeah.
Like when they're trying to check sharks, they just chum the water up. That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's not spectacular.
All right.
I couldn't find that good chunky kind that I like with the pulp in it.
That would definitely look like chum.
Yeah.
If that were chunky. Yeah.
Open wide for chunky.
Open wide.
Well, did you say you had something?
I do. I brought something. This is not a special chip or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You might have even seen these. You may have even had them before.
They're called Lay's Originals.
Have you heard of these things?
Or Oreganals?
Yeah. Yes. These are Pringles, Parmesan, and roasted garlic. Have you seen or had these?
I have not seen those.
Good. I would like for
I've
you.
seen those nowhere.
I would like for you. Well, here's how this happened. I told Nikki the other day, man, I haven't had Pringles in a while. And then she went out and bought like 8 cans of different Pringles. So all weekend I'm just
a good wife, that Nikki.
Yeah, I'm like all weekend I'm grazing
she brings you
Pringles.
back the Infinity Gauntlet of Pringles.
Right. What did it cost you? Well, it cost me these Parmesan and roasted garlic. I'm curious to hear what you think about these.
Okay, I like roasted garlic. Not big on Parmesan.
Do you want me to give you? I'll eat one too, even though I've tried it already. Okay. Would you like my opinion on this before or no?
Let's not. I'll go in. I'll go into it. All right.
You're gonna go in blind?
I'll go in blind, so I'm not skewed one way or the other.
All right.
So this Parmesan and roasted garlic.
It's new. It says so right there on the top. Mm-hmm. New Pringles, Parmesan, and roasted garlic.
Okay. I like those a lot.
You like these?
Like
they're
them.
Yours. We all hate them.
Oh, no.
We hate them. They're all yours.
I like that garlic aftertaste. It's good.
No, that was great because
I can eat garlic on everything.
Yeah, I love garlic, man, but I don't. There's something about that.
Oh, no one else in my house would like that, but I'll eat those.
Oh man, because I was like, I tried one of those and I was like, "Hey, Henry," because it's like I wanted to see his reaction, and like immediate, it was like he's like, "What is it?" And I told him, and he like took like a quarter of a bite. Yeah. It was like, oh yeah,
well, I could totally do that.
There you go.
Cool.
Congratulations, you're the proud owner.
Are they unique to like a Dollar General exclusive or anything?
I don't know. Probably.
I've never seen them.
Probably not. Nikki probably.
Because I do that a lot. Pringles are exclusive to certain stores.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She shops at Kroger and Walmart, so I don't know which one she picked them up from. But my guess is probably Walmart.
Okay. All right. No, yeah, I totally dig that.
They're all yours, buddy. I'm glad.
Cool.
Because we hated them. Yeah, we hated them.
I get some broccoli and cheese soup. It'll be good.
The Memphis barbecue Pringles. They were the crowd pleaser.
See, I haven't had those either
in the house. I do like oreganols as well, though.
Oreganols.
Mm-hmm. Oreganols. Sorry.
I like. We all like. Well, 3 of the people in my house we like the salt and vinegar Pringles.
Oh, I love the salt and vinegar Pringles. I'm an original boy, man. I do. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, oreganol.
I'll do if I'm gonna do original with dip. Then I want the stacks, like Pringles, but they're thicker.
Yeah,
so
but
they hold up.
I don't think I could ever eat dip with Pringles. I didn't realize stack are a thing.
Yeah, it's not Pringles. It's a different company. Yeah, it's basically if you were to stack 3 on top of each other, that's how much one stacked is.
That's a heavily.
It's stacked.
Yeah, yeah. Does the
like that Pamela Anderson show where she was the librarian called Stacked?
I don't remember. Was that like an MTV thing? I don't know what that was.
Oh, it was on some like basic cable or maybe even a network show.
Really?
But I just remember I saw commercials for it constantly. I feel like even Christopher Lloyd was on it.
Wow.
But
he might have produced it.
I don't think it finished one season. So
Christopher Lloyd produces a lot of stuff. Is she dead?
Pamela Anderson?
Yeah, she's dead, right?
Mm-mm.
No, she's not dead? Okay.
Not dead. Not dead.
Who is dead?
No, I will see Mike Lanham sing the Song of Sorrows the day Pam Anderson dies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been like a big Pam Anderson fan. You know what I mean?
I was like, okay, that woman is attractive, but I've never been like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't have anything against her. Yeah, she's definitely attractive for sure. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, we're going to talk about this game, Dave?
Unless you want to talk about voting by mail, I did that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So that's pretty much the end of it.
No, I'll vote in person tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I vote at the school right up the road, so it's usually pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably have I don't know. When I put mine in the ballot, like I put the thing in the envelope and put the other envelope inside the other envelope, I was like, well, that doesn't count for anything. I definitely had this feeling of, well, that's going to go in like a warehouse somewhere. You know what I mean?
Jorge of Manhunt fame requested his absentee ballot, and he just got an envelope.
That's it? Just an envelope?
Well, it's absentee, isn't it, Jorge? Or somebody said.
Waka waka. Yeah.
Well, do you hear that, Dave? You hear that?
I do hear that. Sounds like many treasure chests being opened. Inside are glittering gold.
Each one having one black pearl.
Yeah, just one. One black pearl and 5,000 Pringles Parmesan roasted garlic chips.
Have you ever roasted garlic and had real roasted garlic on like baguette?
I have, yeah.
Oh,
I like that.
Man. Spreads like butter.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
I love that. I do. I love garlic, so I was really surprised that I didn't like this. It might be the Parmesan, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not. People who love Parmesan, that's never been like not my thing.
Have you ever had the garlic Parmesan wings from like Wingstop?
I don't think I have. So if it's Parmesan, I'm just like, if it's there, I'll try it, but I'm not going to order anything Parmesan.
They're really good. I don't know if you guys ever get Wingstop or anything, but they're like constantly doing like some kind of, their deals are really shitty. Like it's like, spend $30 and get 5 free wings. Like that's their standard deal. And it's like, oh, that's garbage. But if you ever do get wings and spend $30, I recommend trying the Parmesan.
Those 5 free wings.
Yeah, get the garlic Parmesan. Try them out. Okay. You might like them.
Because I've gotten Melissa will now eat wings. Before they were like
she wouldn't eat wings.
There's like bones like right there.
Yeah,
like, wasn't a thing.
That's how I was as a kid. Try, for sure. Can I tell you? And would you like to hear an embarrassing fact about me?
Love it.
Let's see. How old was I when I realized that drumettes weren't just tiny chicken legs? It was this year. I was 38 years old. And who told me that? My wife did. Yeah.
Who told me? Henry. Henry told me that.
Very close. He was at the table and he did look like, my dad is really fucking dumb. But we're still in that age now where it's like, there is a disconnect between like what he knows as a chicken from like YouTube cartoons and like books that we read, and a chicken goes cluck cluck. Like there's a disconnect between that and the thing that we're all shoveling in our mouths. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's like he'll ask like, "What is this?" "Oh, that's chicken." And then when you say that, and you like the expression on his face is just like it's the visual equivalent of like a 486, just like grinding to like process. It's just like, and then he just takes another bite, and then it's just like, just doesn't think about it. Like that's how we do it. That's how we do it. We don't think about the fact.
What's in this hamburger? Cow.
No, moo. Of course, I hear that disgruntled mooing sound, which ushers in a segment that we like to call. Dave reads from Wikipedia. Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon. It is an educational action video game developed by Sculptured Software and published by Raya Systems for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It is an exclusive to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Imagine that.
So,
all right.
Nintendo doing.
Probably also beating the Leapfrog.
Could possibly be on a VTech. Yeah, could possibly be on a VTech. The game teaches players about the hazards of smoking, tobacco, cigarettes.
Edutainment!
Edutainment. The initial development of the game received support from the U.S. Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality. So I do believe that indicates that tax dollars were given for the creation of this game via grants that were written. Rex Ronan is part of an educational video game series from Raya that includes a couple games. One game that we have played before.
We have.
I'm sure you're familiar with.
Captain Novolin.
Captain Novolin, yes.
My brother's request.
Yes, I remember we had him on. Actually, I didn't remember that until I started to listen to the TADPOG episode today, where it's like, I want to know what we said back then about this so that I don't sound like an idiot. And then I was like, never mind. I started listening. I was like, never mind. I'll say this, man. It's tough going back and listening to old episodes. Yep. I know we've talked about that before, but it's like, even the audio quality is like, I couldn't do it, man. It was just like, never mind. So I don't know. I can't even remember where we were recording at the time.
I don't either.
But, so yes, Captain Novolin is one of the games in the Health Hero series. Of edutainment games published by Raya Systems. Can you name any of the other ones? I bet you can.
There's one that's a dinosaur, right?
Yes. The dinosaur one is about asthma.
Perfect.
It's called Bronk.
It's like a dinosaur on your chest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like when people in the 1800s thought they had a demon that snuck into their room. It was actually Bronchi, the Bronchiosaurus sitting on their chest. Which I'll say, dude, I remember being a kid and hearing that, where it's like, man, people in the old times were dumb as shit, because it's like a cat sitting on a chest. That ain't no big deal. But they probably all had 20-pound cats, because when Berlioz gets on my chest in the middle of the night, it definitely wakes me up, right? Yeah, it's like, holy shit. I need to get Rex
He's trying
Ronan.
to steal my breath.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he doesn't want to move because it's comfortable. So I'm wrestling with this fucking cat.
He's broken your bones into a comfortable position to lay on.
So yes, Bronchi the Bronchiosaurus, Captain Novolin, obviously Rex Ronan, which we're talking about today. There's one more. Do you know what that one is? I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Packy and Marlin. Packy and Marlin, which is apparently about diabetes. That's like
another one.
Yeah, it's like a diabetes thing for kids to remember, help them remember to keep their diabetes in check. And there's a fifth one.
Oh shit!
That did not come out.
Oh, there's the mystery fifth one.
There's a fifth one that did not come out, and boy, did I go down a rabbit hole on this fifth game called The AIDS Avenger.
Man, that's what I was about to say. Is it about AIDS?
And that's why I was listening to Captain Novolin, because I was like, did we talk about The AIDS Avenger? And I just completely forgot about it, because it is definitely on brand for TADPOG to talk about The AIDS Avenger.
It's that reminds me of that Different Strokes episode, the very special Different Strokes, where he makes friends with a kid with AIDS, and the kid comes over, and the father is like, "Oh, well, how are you, Timothy? Pretty good, except my AIDS."
It reminds me of a Walker gave me AIDS. Or Walker told me I have AIDS. That was a different show where the Texas Ranger gave a kid AIDS. So the AIDS Avenger, I know we're talking about Rex Ronan, but
let's talk about AIDS.
Let's please talk about AIDS.
Because we won't get to AIDS Avenger.
Right.
It's unpublished. It's not coming out.
And it was, here's, dude, the AIDS Avenger, it's a fucking mystery, because it is okay, just to give you an idea how far down this rabbit hole I went, I found a promotional video from Raya's software where they showcase.
So people were just making it up to be funny.
No. Or if they did a really good job of it. And there's even, it gets deep, dude. So there is this promotional video that Raya's software put out, which features Rex Ronan. It's like trying to sell Rex Ronan, which, trust me, that's a hard fucking job to do. But then at the end, they mentioned the other games. They mentioned Bronchi. They mentioned Packy and Marlin. And then they mentioned the AIDS Avenger. And it's that's what got me started on this. Because I was like, what the fuck is the AIDS Avenger? Because we have to play that.
Yep.
Not that, it's just I don't know. It's just on brand for TADPOG. Like I said,
Is it like a Max? Shit. Who's the guy on PlayStation that has like the baby crying the detective? Fuck.
The baby crying, Aaliyah.
Where there's like his. You're following a trail of blood.
Oh, Max Payne.
Max Payne.
Yeah.
It's like Max Payne, only you're trying to avenge.
Avoid the blood.
yeah. You walk around.
Don't walk on that blood. So, I mean, I don't know. It was just like, okay, so what is up with this?
Some prostitute gave me AIDS.
Right. And then it's like, everything about this game is weird. AIDS Avenger, obviously, because it's like, the name was problematic because I didn't know that this was the term. Do you know the term? Have you heard AIDS Avenger before?
No.
So AIDS Avenger is a term, or was a term, I guess, in the 90s for people infected with HIV who would infect other people. And it's like, it's myth. It's not like,
I knew bug chasers were the term for people who wanted to get AIDS.
Oh, okay.
That is a scary mini documentary about bug chasers, people who just think, well, I'm going to get it, so I want to get it. Now they fetishize AIDS. So they have like the documentary, it's kind of hard to watch because it's like,
I bet
this guy sets up all these huge gangbangs with positive testing people in effect to get AIDS. And
so is it the
apparently
rush?
It's not super easy because like he has to have 3 or 4 before he finally gets AIDS.
Well, that's comforting at least.
Yeah. I could take a few unprotected before I get AIDS. Odds are
a 25% chance. Okay. All right. It depends. So yes, the name is problematic. And that's one theory as to why the game was never released, because AIDS Avenger, like, it's like, when you hear we've talked about this on the show before, the urban legend of like, don't check for change in the phone booth because someone might have put an AIDS needle in there. Did you ever hear that one? Like, I
feel like I might have.
Yeah. But that would be like something an AIDS Avenger would do.
You just have to go to your shady vendor. AIDS needle, $5.
Right. That's actually,
it's just like people who put drugs in candy for Halloween.
Right.
Like,
right.
Drugs are very expensive. It's like AIDS needles probably somewhat hard to come by.
Yeah, I ain't wasting my good AIDS needles.
That's what I'll sell. These are totally AIDS needles.
This has inspired me since I just
Are they really? Prick it and see. You willing to take that test?
Is the chance better with a needle than it is through sexual intercourse? Do you know?
I would wager because, you probably have to have some sort of tearing to get through.
Well, why don't they just do needles? You know what I mean?
That's
or
true.
is it definitely a sexual thing for the bug?
I think it's a sexual thing.
I gotcha. Yeah. I think this has inspired me to rename my lockpicker Busty LaRue to AIDS needles. Because, needles to pick locks with. AIDS needles.
True. They help you open chests. AIDS needles.
She always carries bugs on her. It's weird. So, yes. So the name was problematic. But then there's also this like, was the game ever released? Because as far as I know, like no one's sure. Like the name of the game has shown up on like PC software order forms, but I guess because it's PC software, it wasn't like, it's not like a Super Nintendo game where it's like, yes, us Nintendo has put our stamp on this thing. There's a record of it. Even though Nintendo referenced it in the ESRB hearings, where they're like talking about like doing like game ratings and shit. Wow. Nintendo was like, hey, we've had plenty of fantastic like educational software on our system, such as Rex Ronan, the Bronchiosaurus, AIDS Avenger. They mention AIDS Avenger. So it's like, it existed, but Nintendo lied about they lied about having it on the Super Nintendo.
Somebody probably said, but are you serious? It's called AIDS Avenger?
AIDS Avenger.
I don't know.
So in AIDS,
cancel it.
In AIDS Avenger, and in the video, you can see like there's a mouse with the cursor and everything. I promise I'm not going to do this like for 15 more minutes, but I need to say this.
You play main character Chet AIDS.
Chet, quote, big AIDS.
Chet, big McLarge, huge AIDS.
So this is all according to this is super weird too. It felt like kismet almost, because it's like, as I was researching this, I probably put more research into AIDS Avenger than I did Rex Ronan. I found a blog entry on a site called Primary Source Code. And it is, I'll give you a link to that if you want it for the show notes. It's a really well done blog post, about the AIDS Avenger. And that's where I'm getting a lot of this information from. It's by Kevin M. Pellizzeri. And on June 29th, 1993, an article in PC Magazine elaborated further on the AIDS Avengers educational objective and gameplay. Screenshots were provided. So in the game, you must travel through various scenes fighting fear and ignorance by disseminating information. When you overhear a character making false assumptions about AIDS and HIV, you are prompted to provide the correct information from a choice of statements.
Objection!
Right. Yeah.
So basically, Phoenix Wright was birthed by the AIDS
Avenger. They might be the same. You never know. So far I'm on board, because it's like, okay, these are like, I'm sure this game is horrible, but like,
don't use the water fountain. You'll get AIDS. Right? False.
Yeah, if the information's good, then like, it's like, okay, this is good intent. So far I'm like, okay, this game sucks, I'm sure, but I'm on board. Next statement. If you choose correctly, you're awarded points and you exorcise a goblin of ignorance.
Yeah. All right. Pretty good.
And there is the crux to like every Reyes like educational software game is like, we're going to take something like, we're going to take good intentions and then figure out a way to make it like so
make
weird.
It a Patton Oswalt joke.
Right? Yes, exactly. We're going to make it so weird and uncomfortable for everybody that people will make fun of it decades later. And that's why we're here, I guess. The AIDS Avenger. Apparently it was $39.99.
Damn.
They could order it directly from Rhea. So there we go. But we're here to talk about Rex Ronan, I guess.
Rex Ronan.
Sorry, I went on a
surgeon.
Took a right on AIDS Avenger Avenue. Yeah, it's just AIDS. Weird. Avenger.
AIDS Ave.
Yeah, AIDS Ave.
Is that for Avenue or Avenger? I don't know.
Roll those dice. Find out. Rex Ronan. Mm-hmm. So yes, Rex Ronan is a 1994 video game that was
94.
94.
Oof.
And it was developed by
91 to be like, okay,
maybe
94. Oof.
Maybe it was developed by Sculptured Software, which I want to emphasize because Sculptured Software developed other games for the Super Nintendo, and I think that they are. You can see some of the DNA from these games in Rex Ronan. Mm-hmm. They developed the Super Star Wars series for the Super Nintendo.
Okay. I can see that in the movement and the jumping.
And the platforming all of a sudden makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Because Super Star Wars series, even though a lot of people like them, I think they're pretty bad games.
Yep.
I totally agree. I think that they are pretty bad games. Not good games. So I think you see...
Except how similar they are to the films in that Luke has to find all his force powers and
swamps. No, they're totally canon. That's what I love about it so much. But there is like... So not only like the platforming segments, but Rex Ronan, because Rex Ronan has platforming segments that kind of play like a very slow version of Super Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but it alternates between platforming and rail shooting segments. And it's like those on the rail shooting segments where you're a tiny ship inside a man are reminiscent of like the speeder level in Super Star Wars, or the snow speeder level in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, now that you say it, yeah.
So there's a lot of that DNA there.
It was more that than Star Fox shooting, going through the esophagus.
Yes, definitely. And then they also did the Doom port for Super Nintendo.
Which I hear is pretty terrible.
Pretty bad, yeah, because it's like they decided to make it super small so that it could be played at speed.
Yeah.
And the decision they made was, let's just make the viewing area very small. But the reason I bring that up is because in Rex Ronan, like in the platforming levels, you get this like Doom guy style face cam of Rex Ronan. We're going to get to his story in a second. Don't worry. Mm-hmm. But you get like his face reacting to like the dangers that he encounters and all the damage that he takes.
So have you heard of the movie Fantastic Voyage?
The Coolio song, Fantastic Voyage, you mean?
Just like
I have.
that.
Slide, lippity slide. Yeah.
So apparently, I mean, this game is just a carbon copy of the movie Fantastic Voyage.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
Have you seen Interspace?
No, I've heard so much about it, but I've never seen it.
Dude, Interspace. I loved Interspace as a kid. It's probably one of the many inappropriate movies that I watched as a child because I don't know. I haven't watched it recently. But Martin Short's in it. I remember it being like good. I think when we had a free HBO weekend, I think I recorded it and ended up watching it several times. Yeah, I recommend it. So that's what this game reminded me of. Because in Interspace, they shrink down a man and send him into another man.
Yeah. All right.
To cure him.
I was like, is this also a Magic School Bus episode? Probably.
And did the Muppet Babies do it too?
I think they did.
I have a vague memory of the Muppet Babies taking a voyage inside a body.
Yeah, probably like if Gonzo got a cold, they'd go inside his body or some shit. I don't know.
And then they figured out, like, Gonzo, you gotta stop fucking chickens. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
I know you love it, but you have to stop. It's killing you.
Stop.
We can't send Kermit in there with a flamethrower.
The salmonella has reached like your heart.
Right? Yeah.
It's very bad.
Heart attack imminent, Gonzo. Lay it off. By the way, you're like a 5-year-old Gonzo. I know you're weird, but this is too weird.
So, okay, because it starts off the premise being this man who has it all.
Yeah.
Jake Westboro.
Jake Westboro.
Everything you could ever want in life. Great job.
Yeah.
He's got a hot wife.
Yes, beautiful wife.
And a good car.
And a great car.
Great car.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need. That's a good life.
You're
That's a good life right there. If you don't have those things, fuck you, failure.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Well, that's how I took it. I definitely felt attacked.
Yeah.
But then again, Jake Westboro
does he have kids to live for? Like,
I don't know.
Is this job that great? Because they are trying to kill him now.
Right. Yes. What is it? It's Blackburn Tobacco Company, who Jake Westboro works for. I almost said Westboro Baptist Church.
Been smoking since he was 15.
Yes. So the company that he's working for wants to kill him now.
Yep.
Which...
Because if he survives, all his various maladies, all his smoking, like so many goddamn illnesses because of smoking. He's got
it all.
All of them.
He's got it all.
Of
you
them.
name it, he's got it.
He's about to die. But if he survives, he's going to tell everybody how bad smoking is.
Right.
Smoking's just going to be over.
It's going to be done.
They'll go out of business.
Yeah. Forget all the people who had been saying it.
Yeah. No,
Jake Westboro
this guy,
is the mouthpiece.
That guy has it all. I believe him.
Look at him.
Look at his wife.
This man, I believe. This
he founded the Westboro Baptist Church.
This so-called Surgeon General. I don't know what they're on about.
So Rex Ronan. And his shrinking technology.
Yes. And his the logo who... I don't know who designed Rex Ronan's logo that he has emblazoned on his own surgical cap. It makes it seem like he does this a lot.
Yep.
Like he specializes in getting into a spaceship, shrinking it down, and then going into a person's body.
Are you a surgeon? No, I'm more of a flamethrower enthusiast with a shrinking machine.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I love that it's like, so like all of that is... Look, I'm going to be real with you. A lot of that is kind of badass. I feel like it's cool where it's like, all right, man, you're like this inner space warrior. You're like, you got this cool ship. You're going to go through with a flamethrower and like torch out all the disease. It's like, okay, I'm kind of on board.
And then you hit the first level.
Well, and then you get placed in the body gently with tweezers on a man's tongue. It like undercuts like all of the cool factor because they're showing you this story, this setup in like slides, right? And it is straight up just like you see Rex Ronan, he shows up, he's like shrinks, and it's like, oh, that's cool. And then the next scene is like extreme close up of a man's mouth, and then you see tweezers in the next frame, just bloop.
And it's not even like that small. This ship, like it's like a micro machine, like on its tongue.
Yeah, it is definitely a choking hazard.
Like I imagine that character from Family Guy. Like there you go, Rex Ronan. You get inside his mouth and you burn up those diseases in your little ship.
I don't know how that ship gets through like the veins and stuff because it is like that's a fucking stroke waiting to happen. Rex left.
You've shredded his entire circulatory system.
Cancer's gone, ain't it? Good job, Rex.
Yeah, right, true.
You did it.
Cancer didn't kill him. That was the point, right?
I want to talk about his name too.
Okay.
Rex Ronan.
Yep.
I don't know that I would ever let anybody operate on me if I knew their name was Rex Ronan. That's like the king of Lordless Samurai. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's true. Rex, so you mess shit up, and Ronan, you're a warrior with no lord? Yeah, my medical license got taken away. Rex Ronan.
8 times. Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon.
They didn't even give it back to me. I stole it, and they found it again.
I think if I were at the hospital and like my physician introduced the surgeon as, this is our experimental surgeon. I think
like he does experiments? No. This is more the experiment.
Also, I want to point out that like when they're like telling the story of like Rex Ronan, I don't know what this is, like the hospital in the Technodrome, because it's like the background is all like space age, and it's like you got doctors who aren't even trying. If you look at them in the background, they're like leaning on shit.
Can't do nothing for him, man. You seen his teeth? No, shit. Ain't nothing but a tiny man can fix this shit.
Call Rex? Yeah, call Rex.
Call Rex, man. I don't fucking know. I'll get this shit, man. He's got all that precancerous ravioli in his chest. Like, nah, man.
I don't know. Would you do it?
Would I go inside somebody, or if I was
both?
If I was dying, sure, hell yeah.
If you're not, what if insurance doesn't cover it? Because you know it doesn't.
Well, then I just time it really well to crush him as I get up. Whenever I'm cured.
You're gonna take it out on him?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're not alive to bill me.
I think the experimental practice might.
Yeah, I'll sue him. I'm sure he fucked something up.
I think the Ronan estate might have something to do with like getting their money, and probably take you to civil court too.
That's true.
Maybe criminal. You probably get off criminal. Oops.
It's the experiment.
Your Honor, it was the first time a man had been inside me. I didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what to do. I tightened up too much.
Exactly. Would you go inside somebody? Like, not to like fix. I mean, I guess you could go in to like fix a problem, but like, would you just go in to like sightsee?
Yeah, maybe. I'd go inside Melissa.
Yeah.
I've done it enough. I'll do it small. I'll do it being really small too. It's fine.
Go in as a tiny boy.
Yeah.
Would you go inside yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go inside myself too. I think it'd be pretty cool. But that's the only person I'm going inside.
That's it.
That's it. When do you think we're going to have this experimental technology? When do you think it's going to be? I mean,
well, whenever we finalize PIM particles.
Yeah. Do you think universal healthcare has anything to do with it?
That'll never. We'll have shrinking technology before we ever get universal healthcare here.
I think you're probably right. But it's a chicken and egg kind of situation, because we're never going to have shrinking technology for surgeries until we have universal healthcare. That's
true. Yeah. So what, you start off in the mouth, which reminded me of Ren and Stimpy V-Duts.
Yeah, so I'm glad you remembered which Ren and Stimpy game that was, because I did not.
Because again, like, that also kind of sucks the coolness out, because it's just like, oh man, this guy's got all these diseases, he's about to die, you gotta save him. All right, well, his teeth are really dirty. Can you clean his teeth first?
They do it out of order, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah, they do. I get it from like a storytelling, like a narrative. Because it's like, you don't want to start with the most serious problem. You want to build up to it, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you start with teeth. And you're essentially like a window washer, like a skyscraper window washer, but for teeth.
And you're outside your ship with your sparkle pack, like flamethrower, sort of like cleaning all this black shit off his teeth.
Yeah, you got your sparkle pack on.
Which are yellowed from all his years of smoking.
You're wearing your purple leotard.
Yeah, you look like Phantom 2040 or whatever.
Just hanging out. While, again, I want to point out, this company developed Super Star Wars, where you definitely fight enemies from Star Wars. Because, like, I'm serious, dude. Like, the enemies in this game, there are like 4 that they repeat throughout the entire game. Here are the 4 enemies. You got the Imperial Torture Droid from Super Star Wars. You got the P Tower from Empire Strikes Back. which is like a little satellite dish. It's been shrunk down. And then you've got the Green Goblin's glider from Spider-Man.
Okay, perfect.
And then you've got the ED-209 from RoboCop. Like those are, it's like all the writers were just like, I don't know, man. What are some movies and stuff? That's
some famous
fine.
robots.
That's fine. Because that's how we failed to mention. Blackburn is going to kill Jake by injecting him with.
They also have the shrink technology.
Yeah, I guess with micro robots,
but it only works on robots.
So one of those doctors had to have done it.
They've got the Earthbound technology where it's only inorganic.
Right. Well, I think one of those doctors was on the take. Who put the robots inside them?
Oh, you're okay. It's a good point.
Unless it's in the cigarettes.
Oh, vaporized robots. That's
Everybody.
what cigarette smoke is.
That's why it's so addictive. Robots in your brain. Or so I heard from the homeless man that lived outside of Brandon's apartments in New York.
Otherwise known as Brandon. So you go from cleaning the teeth, fighting robots, and there are also questions that will pop up.
Yes.
So if the question is true, you grab the little floating button.
Yeah. They're appropriately named smart bombs.
Smart bomb.
Because you have to be smart by answering the questions correctly. Or you're going to bomb. Yes. Yeah. So when you hit one of these, when you touch one of these smart bombs, the game will ask you a question about smoking or the effects of tobacco on the human body. And these are true or false questions.
Mm-hmm.
And if the answer is true, you're supposed to shoot the smart bomb.
Mm-hmm.
If it's false, you're supposed to do nothing.
Yep.
If you answer incorrectly, you lose half of your life. If you answer, I mean, to be fair, the questions are like, is smoking bad for you? Like none of them are like real head scratchers, which I think undermines the whole point of this game, which is to like educate. And it's like, I get it. But like, if you're 10, like seriously, like you're going to read it and be like, I don't know, is smoking bad for me?
What's the point of this game? I mean, he got that dude a good job and a hot wife and a great car.
I mean, look at his beautiful wife.
So what if he died when he was 40? I mean, he had a pretty good run there.
I know. I mean, the candle that burns twice as bright, right?
But if it's correct to shoot it, it clears the screen of enemies.
Clears the screen.
Which I do not think that is a equivalent exchange from half your life to a clean screen clear.
No, and the enemies will definitely like bump you into it.
Yep.
So even if it's like, no, that's not the right answer, you'll get bumped into it and then like, lose half your life. It's fun. It's a fun game.
Yeah. Actually, I think of all the edutainment games we've played, this is probably the best edutainment game.
I honestly agree with that. Yeah. I think it is better than Captain
Novolin is nearly unplayable, I think, with its platforming. You can hardly jump over all the sugary treats.
Yeah. Yeah. This kind of plays like it kind of plays like Super Star Wars, like a slow Super Star Wars. Yeah. There are two weapons. You have like a blaster and then you have the flamethrower. Mm. The flamethrower is really good at clearing out tar and precancerous cells.
Which I'm not entirely sure you even have to get in the first place.
There is one where you definitely have to.
Okay.
Because it's like for a lot of times, like, clearing out all like the tar and
it's like super
clots.
It's difficult. It's kind of hard. It takes fucking forever.
Yeah, you've got to use the flamethrower. You're done. You know what I mean? You can like uncover power-ups, but the power-ups are like 100 points, 500 points.
Yeah.
Every now and then you'll get a molecule that'll like replenish your health.
Which look like little pills in different colors.
Yeah.
They're like red for your health and purple for a weapon change.
Yes. And then there's like a green one that upgrades your weapon. And then there's another one I think that's yellow that increases your ammo. I never ran out of ammo. I didn't know that was an issue, but it explains why they give you the shitty kick. There's like this spin kick move that Rex can do that literally like you press kick and it takes a second and a half to execute. Like it is the worst
I'm
thing.
a surgeon, not a karateist.
Right. I haven't studied the arts of karate. It's bad. But thank God I never ran out of ammo.
I didn't know you could because I watched you play this for a while. I was like, I'm going to play this and get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my feel for it.
Yeah, what was that feel?
Sluggish.
Yeah, very sluggish.
Very sluggish.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I think that it is like out of the edutainment games, it's one of the best so far. Because I mean,
like it's better. I think it's better than Mario is Missing and Mario's Time Machine.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't done any of the problem is we haven't done any good edutainment games.
Yeah.
I mean, Donkey Kong Jr. Math. I mean, maybe maybe Donkey Kong Jr. Math is probably better than this, but like not by a lot. You know what I mean? We haven't done the good ones like Oregon Trail, Carmen Sandiego, Number Munchers, Math Blaster. Like those are like,
you're right.
Those are like,
there are good ones.
Those are the good ones. Like, and even those, let's be honest, they're good, but they're not like Ultima Online good. They're pretty good.
Carmen Sandiego, I don't know, it's pretty good.
I mean, it is pretty good, but I mean, come on, it's not like.
Carmen Sandiego's not PKing you. That'd be a very different Carmen Sandiego. Like you have the warrant, and she just fucking stabs you in the neck.
The goons try to push those potted plants out of windows and shit. That's how you know you're close. Carmen Sandiego. I loved Carmen Sandiego, but like
the game show, the cartoon,
I never watched the cartoon.
Oh, fuck.
The cartoon was good.
Yeah, it's very good.
I like the game show. I love the games. Where in American History was always my favorite Carmen Sandiego game. And then Time.
Where in Russian literature? Where in Tolstoy is Carmen Sandiego?
Have they considered like doing Carmen Sandiego for adults?
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Like, I mean, now's the time to do it. We're all like in our 30s, you know what I mean? And it's like, we'll probably be like, yeah, I would like to learn something about Russian literature, I guess. What's the best way of doing it? Reading the book or playing Carmen Sandiego?
Where in Reasonable Financial Management is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, where in Risk Management
Dave
is Carmen
Ramsey
Sandiego?
is the chief.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I'm in for that. I like Dave Ramsey.
The budget.
Dave's kind of a financial extremist, but I like him. I think that's what people criticize him the most for, is where it's like, are you in debt? Don't spend any money. Like rice and beans, like that's his thing. It's like rice and beans. Do you pay shit off?
Got a bone, throw some vegetables, and I got a stew going, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, his like thing is like live like a vagabond, which like, look, I'm more for that than like, I get it. And it's like, but it's not for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's especially hard when you like, I don't know, need experimental surgery.
It ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap, man. Shrink technology, PIM
I'm about
particles.
to die. What do you want?
You're right.
Give me your hot wife and your car.
It's a beautiful wife. A hot wife is different. I'm subscribed to that subreddit. I know what a hot wife is. I'm not subscribed to beautiful wife.
So that's what it actually was. He was hot wifing the whole time. So then after Jake Westboro had lost everything, he kills himself at the end because he has nothing left. He gave it all to Rick Ronan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had to sell his car to pay for the experimental surgery. It turns out his hot wife was hot wifing with Rex Ronan.
Let's see. After the teeth cleaning levels, then you're going into the esophagus.
Yes.
Which is filled with phlegm.
Right. Which is a on the rails shooter segment where you have to like, I guess, shoot phlegm and like fly through.
It's more avoid the holes, like Aladdin getting in that window when the tower's rolling toward him. Like, which isn't super easy to do, especially on that first level.
Right. Or it's like, it's akin to like Star Fox when you like enter a base or something, and it's like you're trying to avoid the blocks and shit like that. But I mean, it's the problem with it is like you can't really tell where anything is. Like that was my biggest issue. Is like phlegm will like fly at you, like globs of phlegm will fly at you. You're apparently in Boogerman for like a level. And it's like it's really hard to shoot any of that shit because like you've got no targeting reticule, you've got like no indicator of like where you're going to fire. So really, I just took damage until I got through the end of it.
Yeah. No, that's kind of, I'm totally with you because it's hard to get through that holes, the things that are flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Does your blaster even work really well?
Yeah.
Because it's like the Kane and Jekyll and Hyde. You see it. Does it do anything? I don't know. Then you go from there. You're in the lungs after that?
Yeah, you go to the lungs after that, which is another platforming level.
That's where it gets awkward because there are all these weird twists and turns and very small openings and you can't really see where the pixels are that you can land on. So you're just doing this weird somersaulty jump like Luke does. And
yeah, it's just, it's very slow.
Yeah.
The level design kind of reminds me, and I hate to fucking say this because I love these games, but the level design kind of reminds me of Earthworm Jim a little bit, where it's very open but maze-like at the same. That's like a large maze essentially.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me of like What the Heck from Earthworm Jim, where like a lot of it is just
my least favorite level.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, like I like that level, but I think it's because I learned it as a kid. You know what I mean? And I like the Steve Buscemi cat. And, you know, and like the elevator music, like all those like low hanging fruit jokes worked on me like real hard when I was 12, you know? But it feels like those kinds of levels where it is just like, dude, this is a maze and we're going to throw 4 enemies at you, the 4 same enemies at you over and over again until you make it through.
You have a small mini map that's hard to see because you're in these weird lungs. Yeah.
But I do think it's cool. This game would have been impossible without that mini map. I use that mini map so much. Like I can't, it might not have been impossible, but it definitely would have not been as fun. And it was already not fun. You know what I mean? It would have taken it from the best edutainment game we've talked about on the show so far to maybe the worst one, honestly. Cause I get real frustrated with shit like that where it's just like, fuck this.
Fighting poor design is challenge.
Yeah, fighting poor design where they're just throwing enemies at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
And that one enemy that flies almost like a rook would in chess, then has the 3 different tiers of the laser that fires at you. Like that's the worst one.
That's the Green Goblin glider.
Okay.
That's had the paint stripped off of it, essentially. That's what it reminded me of. Yeah, it's horrible. And they treat those as like the bosses of levels.
You have to clear like 2 before suddenly you're out of the lungs.
Right. And they suck because it's like your range with your weapons is limited. And it's like they will fly to areas where it's like they'll fly up and it's like I can't shoot that direction. Like it's just impossible. They can hit me, but it's like I can't hit them unless I'm using the flamethrower, which is worthless against anything but the tar, precancer cells, any of the things you're trying to clear out.
2 hits with the blaster or 30 seconds of flamethrowering.
Yeah, absolutely. But the flamethrower, you can actually move around and aim. So it's just kind of like neither of those weapons meet you in the fucking middle.
Yep.
Is the problem. You'd think that he's an experimental surgeon. He would have better weapons.
Yeah.
Or just stay in that ship, dude. Just stay in the ship.
Stay in the ship with the blasters. Or like, the ship. This is a storage ship. It has no weapons.
Yeah. So, I don't know. After the lungs.
It's a junker favored by the Fett species.
This is the way. Yeah, it's part of his creed. He's not allowed to clear anything off of anyone's insides unless he's on foot. That's how he does it. That's how he was taught. That's how his grandfather, Tex Ronan, did it.
Every Surgilorian before me.
Yes.
Experimental surgeon is not a job. It's a creed.
It's a way of life. Yeah, totally. They taught me that in college, and I was like, never mind. Experimental surgery is not for me. I'll stick with graphic design. Thanks. Then it pretty much, honestly, it alternates. It
kind of repeats.
It alternates.
Those 3.
Yeah, it repeats. It's like you do a platforming stage, then you go to the bronchial tubes, which is another flying stage. You go to lungs 2, the Revenge of Lungs, I guess.
The other one.
Which is, just you go to the other lung, I guess, and do clear out more precancer cells. Then you do a flying mission through the arteries. And then you do a platforming mission in the heart. And I do want to pause for a moment with the heart because your job in the heart is to clear out like blood clots, caused by smoking. And, the reason I want to bring this up is because at the end of that stage, you're in the heart and like a warning flashes, heart attack imminent. And you have this rapidly clotting blood that you have to clear out with the flamethrower before the walls close up.
Oh,
which is a cool concept, but the game doesn't fucking explain that to you. So like I died 3 times. Like what am I doing? Meanwhile, the Green Goblin's gliders are fucking flying around shooting at you. So you have to like manage all this shit at the same time. But once you figure out what to do, it's not too bad. I think this is an easy game. And I say that just because it's like, I beat it in 2 hours, so it's like, it's not a difficult game.
Yeah.
And
did you play some Yoshi's Island after that?
No, I played Pocky and Rocky 2.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm done with Yoshi's Island. Yeah,
Still don't like it very much?
I don't.
You didn't like it very much when we did it originally.
There are things that I like about Yoshi. There are things that I think are really well done. Like, I think the art style for Yoshi's Island
it's the best one.
Excellent.
There is nothing. I'm so sad that none of the other games look like it.
Yeah.
None of the other Yoshi games
Like none
that.
of the follow-ups do?
None of them. Not a fucking one of them. They
That
take a
sucks.
little bit of the characteristics, but they try to make it sort of 3D, and like it just nothing is as beautiful as the original.
I think they
Yoshi's
lost their way
Yeah.
because it's like I feel like that was the best thing about Yoshi's Island.
Yep.
But I think that, like, I don't know.
It's bright and it's full, and it's not like big and empty and somewhat 3D with some crayon-like art. Like nothing. Just it kills me that they lost it. They lost the magic that I think is Yoshi's Island.
It seems to me like they carried some of that over from Yoshi's Island to Paper Mario for the N64.
Paper Mario is a
because it kind of has that feel,
art style tribute than all the other Yoshi Island games.
But yeah, Yoshi's Island. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Obviously, a lot of people like it, but I do think that it is it's a game that kind of felt like a chore, honestly. And I think it's because they teach you all the mechanics in the very beginning of the game, and then I don't feel like they expand on that.
Yeah. Beyond like the watermelon seeds and some of the vehicles you
turning into the
turn
vehicles, yeah. And I mean, like all of that is great. And like
I wish that like another layer of like the different colored Yoshis would have slightly different abilities. That'd be nice.
That would be cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to finish it because it's like it just. When I got done playing it, I had fun playing it on that stream. But when I got done, I kind of dreaded playing the game again. And it's like, I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah. Don't. Life is too minute and precious. Like, don't do something in your hate.
I tried it again.
That's
got to World 2, and that's probably about all I'm ever gonna do.
Yeah. Matt, how did you feel about Super Punch Out?
I like Super Punch Out, but I like Punch Out better because I grew up with that one as a kid. You know.
So I guess probably our feelings on Yoshi's Island is probably our biggest gap in game taste.
Yeah. Yeah,
because
you love it.
It's a top 20 game for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it. I do get it. Like it's one of those games, like, not to pick on Nintendo again, but it's one of those games like Metroid. I'm never going to like it. You know, like I've tried it.
I'm with you on Metroid.
And it's not
a new Metroid, not the old sluggish, weird, jumpy controlling Metroids. Like Metroid Fusion.
I haven't tried any of the new ones. I should
Metroid
try.
Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, fucking fantastic.
That's what I should try because like even like Super Metroid, like
it's too floaty. It's too weird.
And it's like much like Yoshi's Island. I feel like they nail the atmosphere because Yoshi's Island is very cutesy, but I mean, that is like an atmosphere and they nail that. They're like, the art style is on point. The art style is on point with Metroid, Super Metroid as well.
Yeah. The ambiance, everything. You're right. It's great. But like controlling Samus, I think is the biggest downfall.
It's just not for me.
Yep.
It's just one of those where it's not for me. And it's like, I can respect it as a game where it's like, okay.
If we had played it a lot when it first came out before we had sharper controlling games, we'd probably think the same
different.
way. Yeah.
Probably be different. Yeah. But anyway, that's the Yoshi's Island tangent.
Because the others, I feel like they control more like Mega Man X, like tight.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Tight shooter jumping, like.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I wanted in Metroid.
Yeah. Some precision.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's why I think, I mean, I know it's like, but I know that Symphony of the Night came out way after like Super Metroid, but like Symphony of the Night is such a better, let me rephrase that. It's not a better game. To me, it's more fun. Yep. It's way more fun because the controls are like, I feel like I have some kind of control over the game.
Yeah.
We're in
because the weird running and jumping and the way you have to like do the flips and jump and climb in Metroid, like I
don't like it. Yeah. And I get it. It's a skill that you have to develop, but it's like, I don't really want to develop that skill. Yeah. I'd rather just like it be tight.
Yep.
Like I feel like Symphony of the Night is.
Yep.
So anyway.
Or Mega Man X.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Rex Ronan is also, not floaty, but also not fun to control.
Yeah. It's so slow.
It's very slow.
It's slow, and just like the way you jump and control and try to get up on those ledges and the lungs, like that was where I was just like,
you're never really sure if it's the right way to go, if you're moving the right way, or if you're supposed to, you never know what you're supposed to do in the game. That's kind of the problem. Finally, you have the brain level.
Perfect.
Which if that didn't seamlessly segue into what we were just talking about, it's because we took like a 30-minute break.
We had to pee. We had to empty various fluids out of various machines.
Right, yeah, and biological machines as well. Anatomical machines?
Sure.
Makes it sound like you're running like a sex doll emporium or something.
Maybe I am. I don't know. I got a lot of room back here in this garage.
Have you ever used a sex doll?
Nope.
Would you consider it?
I mean, I didn't even like my fleshlight when I had one. So,
and it seems like a big investment too, right?
It's a very big investment.
It doesn't seem like something you can just try.
Try the trial version that is a fleshlight and see if you're into it.
Right, because it's like, first of all, that's a rental business. That's a model that I don't want to get into. You know what I mean? Where it's like, because I mean, they'd have to be really cheap to be like, yeah, I'll try that. I'll try
$20. Okay. As lifelike as possible. $5,000, but I'll try out for a day for $20.
Have you ever seen, I'll keep this brief, but have you ever seen any of the videos, any of the adult videos where it is a person pretending to be a sex doll?
No.
Yeah. They exist and they boggle my fucking mind because it's like, look, I'm not trying to like.
That's got to be a fetish, though, right?
Right. And I'm not trying to, like, as you would say, yuck anybody's yum, but it's like, that is one that I don't like. That one doesn't register. That doesn't push any of my buttons other than the laughing button.
Whitney Cummings is a very good Netflix special about sex dolls where she goes and has herself made as a sex doll.
Oh, really? Like a full sex doll?
Tilt, super expensive. She has molds of herself taken to have, like, the anatomically correct Whitney Cummings sex doll.
Who is? I don't know who Whitney Cummings is.
Oh shit!
Yeah, sorry.
She's one of my favorite. One of my favorite comedians.
Oh, okay.
Ever. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I need to check her out. I have no idea.
I fucking love Whitney Cummings.
Okay.
She started out. You've probably seen her on a roast.
No, I don't watch a lot of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of the roasts. I don't know all of that. You know, I'm very finicky. with comedy, especially. Like if something seems like just a little too highbrow for me, I'm like, never mind. And a lot of those roasts, I get it. They're up there being raunchy and shit, but it's like, I don't know.
She's on Nikki Glazer's level.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Same sort of vein.
Yeah.
I think they're just as funny.
Yeah.
Like
okay. Great. Yeah. And I think she's funny.
Yeah. So the brain.
Where you have to go and Rex has to get rid of the biggest threat to Jake. His addiction to tobacco products.
Oh, okay. You gotta go in and blast those neuroreceptors.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% what you do. And it's all neon and flashing, and that's it.
Okay.
That's it. You would think that, like, at the end of, like, the heart level, you know, there's a, like, heart attack final encounter kind of thing. Yeah. Nothing like that for the brain. You just clear it out, then I think you just fight some gliders, and then you're like, you did it.
Yeah, there should be like at least one boss at the end. Some like,
I was
fucking Tobacco Godzilla.
Yes, or Tobacco. Look, I get it. It would be great. It feels like bullshit. There's not a final boss or anything, but I got through that game with like 1 life remaining, 0 credits, and it's like if I die, I'm not fucking starting this game over. There's not a fucking chance.
No.
So yeah, I was very glad there wasn't a final boss.
I'm glad you beat it though.
Yeah, I can,
because I watched you play up until the end of the lungs.
Yeah,
and
you got the gist of it.
Then I played enough to like, okay, now I want to see how it feels. Yep, feels pretty bad.
Very bad.
It's like, all right. I feel comfortable talking about this. I know that Dave will have beaten it.
And that's why I think it was easy. Because there aren't many games that I can sit down on stream and beat it blind in 2 hours. You know what I mean? And it's like the speed run, I think, is like somewhere in the 12-minute range. I know it was played for like awful games done quick. Because this is like a notoriously bad game, much like Captain Novolin.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be a statement that probably some people aren't going to agree with. I think this game is better than the Terminator for Super Nintendo.
Terminator was fucking
it's awful.
Terrible.
This
was at
awful.
least playable. I feel like Terminator was hardly playable.
Yeah. So I don't know. I agree with you. We said it at the beginning that this is probably the best edutainment game that we've talked about on the show.
Well, we'll see.
Unless I'm forgetting one.
Bronchi the Bronchosaurus and whatever.
AIDS Avenger.
AIDS
I want to
Avenger.
get my
AIDS Avenger.
hands on a copy of AIDS Avenger. An inbox.
I want to get my hands on an AIDS Avenger.
Teach me your ways.
Come on.
What's your technique? Just kidding. I don't want to give anybody AIDS. Mainly just because I don't want to be around AIDS. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm a good person or anything. I just don't want to be like, I don't want to run any risks.
Do you have any achievements for this game?
I do. I have some achievements that came through from Twitch chat. Thank you to everybody who submitted an achievement. These are my favorites. First achievement. There's a theme to these achievements. So it'll be a fun game. You get to guess at the end what the theme is. First achievement. This better not awaken anything in me. And in order to unlock this better not awaken anything in me, you need to play Rex Ronan and discover you have a crippling vor fetish. That comes in from Rhythm Master Paul Korn.
Or also Community.
Yes. So far, yes, that's a community reference. Keep that in mind. Next achievement. Don't worry, you won't feel a thing till I jam this down your throat. In order to unlock, don't worry, you won't feel a thing till I jam this down your throat. You start the game. Because
that's you.
That is, yeah, I do say, I don't normally say you won't feel a thing. I'm usually like, are you sure?
Let me jam this down your throat.
Do you have any more of that spray? I say. That achievement came in from Nick P 7186. And the last achievement is I declare bankruptcy! And in order to unlock, I declare bankruptcy! You beat Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon, and strap Jake Westboro with a lifetime of medical debt. And that comes in from Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins.
So The Office. The middle one, is that Simpsons?
It is.
Dr. Nick?
It is, okay. Because Nick has figured me out. And it's like, if I do a Simpsons quote, David's probably going to use it as an achievement. And he's right, but I've been like, this was the one where I had to like, when I read it, I was like, I think that's Dr. Nick, but I'm not positive. So I looked it up and yeah, sure enough, it's season 8, episode 10.
All right.
Where Mr. Burns is mistaken by Homer to be an alien, and Fox and Mulder and Scully come in and they do yes, I bring you love. Which Dankmas, are you familiar with Dankmas? So Dankmas is a musical artist on YouTube who does Simpsons music. Like he takes like an episode of Simpsons and like puts a beat to it and like loops quotes and stuff from that episode. There is one for that episode and it's pretty great. I'll give you a link to it if you want.
All right.
Tyler, do you have any achievements?
I do. I have 2.
All right.
So I have John Connor.
Okay.
You unlock John Connor by when you go in, you only kill the robots. You don't clear out the car. You just kill the robots.
You're not going to make it through the heart, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Okay.
John Connor has succeeded in stopping the Terminators anyway, so
yeah, that's true.
We still don't know. Still in there. And the other achievement I have is Courtney Love. So when you're inside and there's all these fucking diseases, all this nasty shit, and you realize like I'm not in Mr. Westboro. Yeah. I'm in Courtney Love.
Courtney Love.
All this green stuff, this is cum. I am inside Courtney Love.
All right. I love it. Hear me out. So you ROM hack Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon, as a Metroidvania style game, which all takes place within Courtney Love.
You're the soul of Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
Trapped inside Courtney Love.
Yes. Rex Ronan whole edition.
Yeah.
The whole edition. I haven't seen, have you seen any of I think there's like one famous one, right? Like one Kurt Cobain documentary. Some Bleach, I think, something like that. I'm horrible. I listen to.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to Nirvana when I was in middle school and really liked Nirvana, but then like I realized that I wasn't like a big Nirvana fan like when he died, because I wasn't like, I saw like big Nirvana fans like crying and stuff, and I was sad. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, yes, yeah,
Thank God,
finally. But I mean, I was like, oh,
Teen Spirit will become cheap again.
No more Weird Al parodies. What are we going to do? No, it was like, I was just not that broken up about it. It was like, man, that sucks. But it wasn't like the end of the world, you know?
Yeah.
I think I was just too young also. That's like when I first, like, that was like 6th grade for me. I was just like trying, like finally getting into music. That's not The Simpsons Sing the Blues or whale songs or Disney music that I've recorded off of the TV set. Yeah. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I have some questions for you. If you would indulge me. If you were to make a health-related edutainment game today, what would it be?
A health-related edutainment game today.
Yeah, if you were going to pitch a game to Reyes Studios.
Corona.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's pretty obvious. Yeah. So, like, how would that play?
Let's see. You are a
Courtney Love. Hear me out.
You're Courtney Love trying to get to the other side of a Trump rally. And you have to avoid the corona. It's stealth. Yeah, exactly.
She has to disguise herself as Trump to get through the rally.
And you're constantly fighting your crazy meter that's just building.
I'm sorry. I do believe that starts out maxed out at the beginning of the game. We might need to choose a different protagonist.
You have to get a shotgun and kill somebody to make it go down. That sates the beast.
Wait, do you shoot somebody?
Allegedly, she might do it. I don't know.
Or
do
you convince somebody to do it?
Either one works. Either one.
All right. I'm on board. Next question, Tyler. If you were to buy this game, Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon, how much do you think you would pay for it?
I bet this one is expensive. I bet it mostly came to like schools and shit. I've never seen it anywhere. I'm sure it didn't sell well when it did sell places. So $125.
Tyler, actual retail value of Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon, loose on average, according to pricecharting.com at the time of this recording, is $41.65.
All right.
Which,
and that's still fairly expensive.
After you said over $100, that seems like pretty cheap. But if you take it into context,
what it is for $41
in February 2012, on average, it was $4.60.
What the fuck?
So I don't know what made it explode. My guess is probably like Awful Games Done Quick is my guess. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. But according to the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike, the availability of this game is rare.
I believe it.
I believe it too. That's actually how I found the AIDS Avenger, because I was like, how did they distribute
the AIDS Avenger listed in that book?
It's a PC game.
Okay.
So no, I doubt it will be in here. Even though Nintendo tried to claim it. The reason I found out about the AIDS Avengers, because I was like, how did they distribute these games? Like, was it like Chex Quest, where it's like, if you buy like a box of a carton of smokes, they like have a game in there?
Yeah.
Or like, what is the deal?
You buy a carton, everyone has missing 3 packs of cigarettes. And
they replaced it. Yeah, right, exactly. So I was like, how do they distribute it? I never found that answer to that question. But what I did find is for some of the other games, like there was one of the games that they sold at hospitals. I don't know if it was like at the gift shop. I don't know, but it's not like they were on like shelves at Toys R Us or something like that. Another one was given away. And then another one was, it was you could order it directly from them, and that's the only way that you could get them. So I have a feeling that all of these are probably pretty rare. I'm kind of curious about Captain Novolin now.
Good point.
Captain Novolin, availability rare.
All right.
Which I'd like to point out that Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike, gave Captain Novolin 2 stars and Rex Ronan 1 star.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like that's misplaced.
Flip 'em.
Yeah, I agree.
Or both 1 star.
Or both 1 star. Yeah.
Kevin
1.5.
Nolan 1 star.
1.5 for Rex
1.5.
Ronan. Yeah. Tyler, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it on our review scale of beards and glasses, what kind of beard would you give it?
I would give this the goatee of Eric LaSalle as Dr. Peter Benton from ER.
Oh, I missed all of ER. I think I saw 1 episode.
Melissa had me watch it in its entirety.
Yes.
She loves it.
Does he have like a smoker's beard, a classic smoker's beard?
He just black goatee.
Okay.
I fucking hate him. Hate Peter Benton. I think he is
What's his deal?
He's just an asshole.
Really?
Just a terrible asshole of a doctor that I hated every scene he was in. I thought he was the biggest fucking jerk. He eventually sort of redeemed himself a little bit when his son is born, and his son is deaf, and he learns sign language, and that softens his character a little bit. But I feel like he's just a shitty character with a few redeeming qualities. I feel about this game.
I haven't seen ER, but I have seen Scrubs. So if you were to what character would he be in Scrubs? Dr. Cox? Kind of.
I love Dr. Cox. Dr. Cox is fantastic.
I do too. But it's like if you took the mean qualities, how about you take the mean qualities of Janitor and Dr. Cox, combine them and remove all the good.
Early Jordan, where you think she's what a bitch.
I was always on board for Jordan.
Yeah.
Krista Miller, that's.
Is this why you quit Drew Carey?
Right. Remember when I said I'd like sex dolls didn't do it for me? If they had a Krista Miller edition, then maybe
that first season of Scrubs where she has all that very evident plastic surgery from Drew Carey.
I know.
That's the closest to sex doll she gets.
I know. And that is kind of a bummer.
It's kind of like, and Tara Reid's your sister? Makes sense. That's a good joke they probably don't get.
Right. Yes. So anyway, Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give this the glasses of Dr. Lucian Dabenko.
Also from ER?
Also from ER.
Okay.
Very short tenured, super fucking creepy doctor.
Creepy
super
how?
Creepy.
Like sexually creepy?
Yeah, he had like a pedophilic sort of weird vibe. Like he was.
When you said super creepy,
he was a bad,
super creepy.
Super creepy.
Yeah.
He was a bad character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like a bad. Was the character?
They try to sell him as more like an awkward academic doctor, but he was just really fucking creepy.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
Normally I would ask you if this game, if you thought this game belonged on IGN's top 100 Super Nintendo games, I want to change that.
Okay.
Because even though we started this podcast on IGN's top 100 Super Nintendo games, I think we need to start thinking about, would we put this...
Start from the bottom, now we're further down the bottom.
I think we should be thinking, should this go on our top 100 Super Nintendo, on the TADPOG 100 Super Nintendo games. That IGN list, that's old news. TADPOG is the new hotness.
They didn't play through every single Super Nintendo game like we're going to do.
They didn't.
They didn't pour years into it like we're going to.
Exactly. So weirdly, you've convinced me that we are more qualified than they are in this regard.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't expect it to go that way.
We will be.
I mean, I kind of think that we are right now. Yeah. Would you put Rex Ronan on TADPOG's top 100 Super Nintendo games?
I would not.
Me neither. No, it's not even close.
Nope.
It's not even close.
Would it be on TADPOG's bottom 100 worst SNES games?
How many sports games are there for the Super Nintendo is the real question.
I almost think we should ban sports games from being on the bottom list. It's just too easy, too much of a gimme.
Then yes. Yeah, if sports games are gone. Then yeah, Rex Ronan is at the bottom.
Okay.
For sure. Not the bottom, but it's down there with Home Improvement.
The bottom is all non-NBA Jam sports games.
Right? Yes. And I feel bad that I even said Home Improvement. I think that Rex Ronan is better than the games that I always gripe about. I think it's better than Home Improvement. I think it's better than Bebe's Kids, which I don't even think is as bad as people say that it's bad.
Get to that haunted house level and it's just
of course it's
done.
Of course it's bad, but it's not horrible. Yeah. Rex Ronan's better than Cool World.
Yep.
I mean,
is it better than Shaq Fu?
Oh, it's there. It's in that area.
Okay.
I feel like it's in that range. Okay. But you said no sports games.
There are no basketballs in Shaq Fu.
Fair.
Got any more questions?
I do. I believe we're probably done talking about Rex Ronan.
Oh, yep.
So,
I am.
I do have some questions. We have a quiz that came in from our very own Prime Inquisitor, Ross Rachel Green, from across the seas. Are you ready for that quiz?
Oh, I am.
It is entitled Education, More Like Edutainment. Ross continues. The randomizer dropped a great steaming load on you this week, didn't it? A game to teach you the dangers of smoking? I'm sure that just flew off the shelves. What an absolute crock of shit. So here's something about the 10 educational games on the Super Nintendo, all of which I am sure you are desperate to get to. I wonder if the AIDS Avengers on there.
I hope so.
Also, there's a high chance you'll have talked about the other games in this series, so at least 3 questions will be super easy. Years are back, so enjoy.
All right.
Tyler, are you ready?
Let's do it.
First question. This game is little more than an interactive advert for a life-saving drug. That's Captain Novolin, right?
Yep.
I don't know if we're supposed to guess years or not. We are. Spoiler. I clicked on the answer. What year do you think that was?
94.
1992.
Wow.
92.
Okay.
But it was Captain Novolin.
Yeah.
Next question. In this game, you play as a brother looking for his lost sibling. Mario's missing.
Yep.
Don't remember what year it was. We did an episode on it. I feel like it was kind of late, wasn't it? Yeah, let's go 95. 95, Mario's missing. It is 92. It was an early game, turns out. Mario's missing.
Trying to get off that hot game with the Super Nintendo Mario.
We're probably going in chronological order, is my guess. I forgot that's a thing that we do. Next question. This game sees a mascot returning historical artifacts.
Mario's Time Machine.
92 as well?
Yeah.
92. Logging in. Mario's Time Machine. It is, in fact, 1993, Mario's Time Machine. Next question. In this game, you play as Blasternaut, searching for his companion, Spot. Was there a Math Blaster game for the Super Nintendo?
Shit, I don't know.
I don't know if that is the Blasternaut, but it kind of sounds like it might be.
Man, I don't have any clue.
I'm going to say...
AIDS Avenger.
AIDS Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. AIDS Blaster. It's a different game.
This is going to blast not you into space.
AIDS Avenger locking it in. It is, in fact, 1993's Math Blaster Episode 1, In Search of Spot.
Did not know that was the thing.
Had no idea there was a Math Blaster game for Super Nintendo. I'm weirdly kind of looking forward to that. Next question. This game sees the U.S. counterpart to the German Build Lily avoiding obstacles and playing matching puzzles. Wikipedia calls it an educational game, so I am counting it. I don't know what the German Build Lily is. Is that a game?
This thing's a ship.
It does sound like a ship, but avoiding obstacles and playing matching games?
Minesweeper for the Super Nintendo.
I don't think, yeah, you had me for a minute, but I was like, I don't think Minesweeper came out.
Educational game. I don't know that one either.
I have no idea.
Unless it's one I've actually played or we just talked about.
I tried to play Wordtress last night.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't load. So, I don't know if playing Wordtress, like got to the title screen and it was essentially like I was dreaming because like I knew all the words, but none of them made sense because it's like I hadn't heard of any of these proper nouns ever in my life. I don't know. I have no idea what this game is. AIDS Avenger.
AIDS Avenger.
Locking it in. It is, in fact, 1993 Barbie Supermodel?
All right.
German Build Lily?
Guess that's the German version of Barbie.
Wow. Did it? But yeah, I don't know.
Quite the ship.
Yeah.
That Barbie.
Yeah. Next question. This game features a popular mascot teaching children language and spelling. Mario teaches typing?
Mario teaches. There is like a Mario teaches math or some shit like that.
There are like, those primary games, but I don't know what it's called.
Mario
teaches speaking.
Yeah.
Locking it in. It is, in fact, 1993's Mario's Early Years, Fun with Letters.
Okay.
I'm weirdly looking forward to all of these, except for maybe Barbie Supermodel. Next question. This is the same as the last with maths instead. So probably
Mario teaches math.
Mario's Early Years,
teaches numbers.
Fun with numbers?
Yeah, sure. There you go.
All right. Probably also 1993?
Yeah.
Locking it in. 1994's Mario's Early Years, Fun with Numbers.
All right. Got it. Nailed it.
Next question. The same again, but with kids too young to go to real school.
Mario's Fun with
Fine motor control.
it's probably preschool something.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Mario
Mario's
teaches preschool skills.
All right. 1995's Mario Teaches Preschool Skills. Locking it in. It is, in fact, 1995's The AIDS Avenger. It is Mario's Early Years Preschool Fun.
Okay.
So you were very close with that. Next question. This game features two elephants learning to manage their diabetes. That is Packy and Marlin.
Yep.
Or Marlin and Packy. Can't remember the order. Probably 1994.
Mm-hmm.
Locking it in. It is 1995's Packy and Marlin. Next. This game sees an asthmatic dinosaur collecting parts for a giant fan.
Bronchi the Bronchosaurus.
Bronchi the Bronchiosaurus. What year do you think that one is? Probably not 96, right?
I wouldn't think so, but 96.
96, locking it in. It is 1995's Bronchi the Bronchiosaurus. And last question is a funzo. You are thrown into isolation for showing signs of the deadly disease. You have 2 weeks and can choose one game to keep you occupied while the doctors do weird butt stuff to you to see if you are infectious. What do you pick?
Ultima
Online for me.
An MMO is an easy one to...
Ultima Online for me, definitely. I could easily play that for 2 weeks and not get
I get
tired.
back into Final Fantasy 11 for 2 weeks.
There you go.
But if I'm going to pick a non-MMO...
Am I cheating by picking an MMO, do you think?
I think MMO is easy. That's easy. I think we should pick an MMO and then an alternate. But also not a Far Cry, but not also
Far
not
Cry?
also
You're choosing
not Far
Far
Cry. Probably New Vegas.
Okay, yeah, that's MMO-ish, but not an MMO for sure. So Final Fantasy XI is your MMO. New Vegas is your non-MMO choice. Oh, God. I should have been thinking about what I was going to say while you were talking. It's weird because I'm kind of going where it's like, do I just pick a game that I just want to get really good at? Or do I pick a game that has like...
It's like Counter-Strike.
No, like Ghosts and Goblins or something like that. You know where I mean? It's like, it's a fun game. And I feel like if I dedicated like some serious time to it, I might be able to speedrun that. You know what I mean?
There you go.
But then again, maybe not. But anyway, Ghosts and Goblins. Final answer.
Sounds pretty good.
For the NES. The worst version. That one.
All right. Well, Dave, you know what I'm feeling? Feeling like getting that batter up bat real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm feeling.
All right.
I'm eager to see. I'm eager to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
So put this batter up bat, put one end on the ground, put my forehead on the other, Wild and Crazy Kid style.
Uh-huh.
So twirl around in a circle so I know no holes in a random direction.
Of course.
Per the demands of our Dark Lord the Randomizer.
And the AIDS Avenger.
And the AIDS Avenger. Say the prayer that it beckons me to say. Beetu pootu beetu pootu beetu pootu beetu pootu boop boop boop. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
Oh,
whammy. All right.
we
already done.
Nope.
Oh, a dud?
77. Imagine a red whammy. And this red whammy, it's like, he's not walking. He's not like dancing. He's not marching. What is he? He's like gliding. It's like he's gliding on ice. He's wearing skates. Oh, he also has protective gear on. And a stick. 77. Brett Hull Hockey 95.
All right.
Do you know who Brett Hull is?
I've heard of Brett Hull.
He's like Courtney Love's bandmate, right?
He played, yeah. Brett Hull. He played with like Mario Lemieux whenever I had my Mario Lemieux phase.
I'm sorry. Mario and Pokemon are two different franchises. Okay. Well, cool. You're familiar with them. I've never heard of them before. It looks like
Is it a series we can knock out?
it does look like Brett Hull Hockey with no year after it also exists, which published the year prior.
Okay.
So I guess we can knock out 2.
Knock out 2.
Fuck.
Sounds good. Well, doesn't sound good, but it sounds.
It sounds.
Yeah.
Brett Hull Hockey.
All right. Chipping away. Get to no more sports games sometime.
What sucks about it is we can't even, at the end of next episode, we can't be like, does this belong on TADPOG's top 100 SNES games? We already know the answer to that.
Garbage can.
Right?
In the garbage can.
Right.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Next episode, Brett Hull Hockey. Well, until then, we do have a Facebook page, TADPOG.
We
Post
do.
some memes, some episode posts. You can like us there. And then we also have TADPOG Nation for that dank shit goes for the members only.
Yeah.
TADPOG Nation. But if you're a good boy,
Yeah.
like various amount of topics,
Yeah.
interesting discussion, that's the Discord.
Yeah.
bit.ly/TADPOG podcast.
/TADPOG Discord.
TADPOG
Yep.
Discord. All right.
I said
close.
TADPOG podcast a couple episodes back, so you learned it from
I learned
watching
it from watching
me.
you.
Yeah. Much like smoking marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah. Which I also learned from
Which
watching.
you definitely learned from.
I learned from watching Jacob. Totally different. What else did we do? Hey, you want to help us out? iTunes reviews. It's been a while.
Yes.
So please go. It's still a big marketplace. I feel like Spotify is trying to take that over.
Yes.
But iTunes is still a big dog.
I'm happy to report that we rank on Luxembourg's Spotify.
Hell yeah.
We're like ranked
My
number.
Luxembourgians.
Yeah. We're like ranked number 25. It's
What do you
pretty
call
good.
it? What do you call a Borg from France or from Europe? A Luxembourg.
I love the infliction on that. Infliction. Yeah. So I want to thank somebody who recently gave a 5-star review. I thought I had that information in front of me, but I don't. I'm going to go from memory.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was V White who gave
Vanna?
us. That's exactly how I
Perfect.
remembered it.
Yep.
Who gave us a 5-star review on iTunes. V White, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And I assume you're from Luxembourg.
Yep. So if you want to, if there's a game you want us to play, something you want us to talk about, go to leave a 5-star iTunes review. Whatever you leave there, we promise we will get to that eventually. Let's see what else we've got. Instagram and Twitter, TADPOG_podcast, both those platforms.
I'll be streaming Brett Hull hockey, I guess, on Sunday
Dave's Twitch.
on twitch.tv/TADPOG_podcast. I'll probably be having a miserable time. It'll probably be a good chatting stream.
Yeah,
It's probably what
yeah.
it's going to be. It's going to be like World League Soccer probably all over again.
Perfect. That's a good way to go.
Unless any of the Mighty Ducks movies are streaming on Amazon Prime, which they're not.
Just watch, read all the rumors about the new one where Emilio Estevez is coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there a subreddit for that? Mighty Ducks rumors?
Or Emilio Estevez?
Is that an actual subreddit? It has to be. It has to be.
Probably.
If we're ranked number 25 as a video game podcast in Luxembourg, there's definitely an Emilio Estevez subreddit.
Most importantly, got that Patreon. So, special thank you to Paul Walsh. Thank you. Joining in. Enjoy all these episodes.
Thank you, Balsh.
And the Pauls are like that.
Yeah.
And then another big bump from Nick Price. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Nick. Not only do you bring the Simpsons quote dankness, but you also bring the dollars.
Yep.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Well, do we have some that lead to some executive producers?
We do. We have the following people that we'd like to thank who donate to our Patreon at the executive producer level, which is $20 or more a month, which is quite a bit of money.
Yep.
So thank you very much. The suggestion has been made to me to make it more clear who the executive producers are. And I think that's a very good suggestion.
Okay.
These are people who donate on our Patreon at $20 or more per month. We need to make it a tier, and we've talked about doing that.
Yep.
We need to make it a tier. on Patreon. Truly, honestly, we probably need to it's been a long time since we've done anything with the Patreon other than post content to it.
Yep.
We've been pretty lazy about that.
Extraordinarily lazy.
It's also kind of part of our charm, isn't it?
At least that's what we're hoping.
Right.
Lazily.
Yes. So I'd like to...
No, it's fine. It's super charming to not do shit. I mean...
People love it.
Got those panties dropping over just not doing shit.
We'd like to thank the following people for executive producing the podcast. Usurper Grimm, Chicks W. Dixon, Coronavirus Savior, Cubicle Monkey, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cousin David Galino, Laudman Laney Dennis, Zeus Laser, Chase Coburn, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Platinum member Brett Miller, Joseph Phillips, Cody Phillips, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Matt Gentile, aka Gentle G, Magical Sleeper, aka Big Dicked Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, congratulations on your marriage, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Executive Producer Dig Dougie, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, and Nick Price.
Yeah.
Welcome and thank you. Also, how many of you could tell that I was choking down a burp that entire list? Everybody? Great.
Well, before I forget, if you want to call us, 270-883-2555. When you send us a package like some people do, got Pringles flavors that you want us to try.
Yeah. That we can find. That's also
find.
kind of an issue where it's like...
Just know we don't have to find them. You send them to us.
Oh,
we'll try just a box, just the Pringles.
Yeah.
Loose Pringles. We have to decide what they taste like.
Do you remember the Pringles containers, like the snack containers?
Yeah. They still have at the dollar store.
They still have those?
Yeah.
Oh man. Where it's like this little, it's like a ridiculous thing because it's like, who eats that few Pringles? The marketing is true. Once you pop, you can't stop. Can't do it. Unless
they're roasted garlic and Parmesan flavored.
You're welcome to these. I'm so glad that you enjoy them because we want them out of the house.
It's like a Chthonian artifact. We have to have it gone.
It is, yeah.
I'm glad you've enjoyed your sanity loss. Here, you take it.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
But you can send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
That's right. We were talking about how to mail us things. I forgot. Yeah.
How you want to... Oh, our theme song is Move Us Like We're Driving. Link to that track from the shorts at TADPOG.com. How do you want to close this one out, Dave?
As our favorite surgeon? Maybe?
All right, our favorite surgeon.
Maybe? Do you have a better suggestion?
Nope.
All right.
So until next time,
Tropical Capricorn 5.
I was Turk.
Hey! That was the Todd.
All right, perfect. Nice.
It all worked out. It all worked out. Did I have to look up his name? Absolutely, I did. Absolutely, because I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Todd, but I need to look this up because I haven't watched a lot of Scrubs recently.
Melissa, she's never really seen it. We're talking about doing her first watching and my rewatching.
Grimm turned me on to the podcast. Have we talked about this already? The Scrubs podcast.
I've seen what Zach Braff and Donald Faison have their own show.
Yeah, and it's really good. And I was like, okay, I'm going to watch an episode of Scrubs and I'm going to listen. And then, man, that turned out to be a chore because they started doing it twice a week. And it was like, can't do it. Can't do it. Look, I can only watch Seinfeld while I play Ultima Online. I can't throw Scrubs in the mix. I'm almost through season 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
It's when things kind of get cartoonish, I've discovered.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is, it's fine.
It's doable.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and stay tuned. Stay tuned for another special podcast. And now for a very special Kenna podcast. Kenna, what game is your episode going to be about today?
Piggy from Roblox. It's a new game based from Peppa Pig.
So you play this?
Not really.
What do you do with it?
So you have to escape. So I only know. So this is Mr. P / Mr. Potato. So, obviously, Mr. P / Mr. Potato, he had this, Mrs. Potato / Mrs. Potato from Peppa Pig, I think that's someone. So, she got sick, and so there's, this cure in this potion. So this potion is, effect to, make Peppa Pig's family and her friends and other ones. There's, this Jack-in-the-Box pig and this Fido piggy. There's
It's kind of like Gremlins too.
Mm-hmm.
And there's,
Yeah.
And there's, memes of Piggy.
Memes?
Yeah, and
there are memes in the game?
Yeah, and there's, these Roblox memes.
So what is Roblox exactly?
So, there's, these cool games that you can play, Adopt Me, Meep City, Obbies, you have to beat,
Arby's?
Did you say Meme City?
Meep City.
Meep City? Okay, what's that?
So you get these, kid things, they're called meeps.
Oh,
And you
memes,
can
okay.
apparently dress them up, and, they follow you around, and you can, earn up, a lot of money, 2,000 or 1,100. And basically on my house, I got, this super expensive bouncy castle, and the super expensive boombox, and, a super expensive jacuzzi.
How do you get money in the game?
So apparently, there's two ways. You can either wait until tomorrow so you can get more money, or you can get fish from the pond and
Oh, you
sell
go
it.
fishing. Okay.
Or you can just wait and you get
like
it?
That.
It's like a communist
and
society?
And Obbies. Obbies are
Arby's.
obstacle courses, but they're really hard.
They're hard to do, the obstacle courses? Do you have to go through, roast beef mazes and, potato wedges?
Yeah. And back to Pig.
All right.
So, Peppa Pig's family and...
So do you go to, Peppa Pig's world in Roblox? How do you get there?
So, you tap on games. So if you see a game called Piggy, and so basically, you, just, play Piggy, and you have to beat these games. And at the first thing, when you get on, you have to pick a chapter and pick a Piggy. And if it...
What piggy do you pick?
Well, there's different kind of piggies that you can beat. But,
Like Peppa Pig?
Yeah, and George. So
George,
I know
okay.
how Mr. Bull and Peppa and George got infected. So I think
So who infects them?
Mr. Peas.
Do you,
Mr. P.
do you shrink down a surgeon and send it into one of the pigs to cure him, or?
No.
No.
So the cure, so the effect makes the pigs try to chase and kill. Try to kill people.
It's like the rage virus.
Yeah, they're like zombies?
Yeah, kind of like it. So there's a daddy pig and a mommy pig and Peppa Pig and George.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a whole palace of piggies.
Yeah.
It's like a piggy palace.
So
Okay.
there's this carnival where you can be two piggies in the carnival. Only two piggies in the carnival. That's the only chapter that there will be.
But most importantly, I need to know, is Slender Man in this?
Slender Man is in this?
Slender Man's in this?
Yes, but Slenderman is a meme, not in the
a meme.
real game. So
Oh.
and Pickle Rick,
Pickle Rick?
he's a piggy. He has a baseball bat in this meme, and it sounds kind of funny to me. It has a painting of Rick and that kid.
Morty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a painting with that green pool. I'm giving him that. So So I only know how George and Peppa Pig, I think, and Mr. Bull from Peppa Pig got infected. So first...
You're not done with it, though. You're still playing it? It's still coming out? Or is it finished?
Well, people are playing it, but exactly... Like, I'm not playing it that much. I try to get Witch on the Dummy, try to get, like, whale animals. Like,
what's a rare animal?
Like, there's a shadow dragon on Halloween.
Okay, that's
pretty rare.
Yeah.
You can get a buffalo or a Halloween buffalo.
What's a Halloween buffalo?
So, like, it's black, I think brown or black, and white heel, I think.
Around his neck?
Green.
Okay. Like a green, got like a green beard?
That.
Can you say all your colors in Spanish instead of saying them in English? So what color is the buffalo?
Café or I guess like I don't know if I can remember how to say black in Spanish.
What about his neck? What color is his neck?
I can't remember green in Spanish either.
You've been out of school too long.
I know that one because of burritos. That's Verde. That sound right? Okay. I can't tell you what yellow is. I don't usually get yellow sauce, but green, I got that one.
What is yellow in Spanish?
I can't remember either. I've been out of school too long.
Yeah.
Well, who's the final boss in Piggy?
The Jack in the Box and the Spider Piggy.
Spider Piggy?
Yeah.
Is there an electric Piggy?
Is there a Lady Piggy?
There's a Grandma Piggy and a Grandpa Piggy.
Yeah, that does count.
I think...
Bat Piggy?
Yeah, is there a Bat Piggy?
A Bat Piggy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, a Bat Piggy?
Does it have like wings like a bat?
No, there's not a Bat Piggy.
Okay.
Is Hulk Hogan in it?
What?
Hulk
Hulk Hogan?
What?
Do you know who Hulk Hogan is?
No.
Or John Wayne? John Wayne in the cable version?
No.
Okay.
And on this meme, on a game, there's like a baby Peppa Piggy. So, let me tell you how Mr. Bull and Peppa Pig and George got infected.
Please.
So first, let's start off with Mr. Bull.
Okay.
Mr. Bull's is really kind of strange. So Mr. P sneaks in the room that he was working on and puts the infect in his drink with his water. And he finished
I don't like
in
that.
the room.
That's problematic.
And he said, "Ooh, I'm tired out. I need a drink." But no, this is what he said. Well, this room is all finished.
Can you do an impression of him? How did he sound?
He was like, "Oof, that room's all done. I need a drink."
Nailed it.
Can you do a British accent?
No, I'm not doing my British accent.
It's really good,
horrible. No, it's not. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm not doing it.
Why don't you do it? We'll be the judge of whether it's good or not. I bet it's way better than you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
No?
This is my British.
That's pretty good.
No, it's
Pretty
not.
good.
That's pretty good. No. That's better than my British accent. All right, then. Tell me about Peppa Pig.
So, Mr. Bull drank his drink, and he didn't even notice, I think, and he got infected. And then Peppa Pig didn't know where Daddy or Mommy was, or George, but she got a drink too, and the infect was in it too, so she drank it, and she got infected. And then George found Peppa and didn't want to fight her. And then...
They're siblings, yeah. You wouldn't want to.
And then... No, they're brother and sister.
Yeah, they're your brother and your sister, or two sisters are called siblings.
Oh, okay. So, George found Peppa, didn't want to fight, and then George got infected.
How did they stop the infection?
So first, Zizzy is the zebra of Peppa Pig. Zizzy and George found the cure first, and they and then they didn't like go bad anymore. And then Pedro Pig found it. And then Danny the Wolf and Bunny found it. So
This kind of sounds like a Telltale game. This is Roblox, though?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So and there's like a YouTube pig, and it kills.
A YouTube pig?
Yeah.
What's a YouTube pig?
So they have a hammer or like a knife, and how the YouTube pig kills the people tries to chase. So how it kills? It has a knife.
You're saying that a lot.
It has a knife or a hammer, like not a hammer, like.
Are they magical? Like the knife is called like and the hammer's called subscribe?
No.
Okay.
Knife. So like they're both called subscribe and ring the bell.
Okay.
So
that makes sense with the hammer ringing the bell, right?
It kills you with this like face that goes.
Like
won't let you watch the video.
Like what kind of face? How would you describe that face with words?
I would have to find a video to show you what.
Okay. But like a straight face kind of thing, or
like
scary face?
Scary face, yeah.
Like a confused face like this.
Okay. All right.
So.
Is there a TikTok pig?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
TikToks are bad.
Yeah. Tell me why TikToks are bad.
Bad words.
Really? I'm not a member. I don't subscribe to TikTok. I don't know.
Bad words.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you know what the bad words are. No more clown checks.
Right. I forgot about clown checks. Right. Yeah.
So how does all the zombie stuff end?
So there's a zombie pig, and apparently it's a live zombie.
Hey, face the microphone.
And it's apparently like zombies, and they take your brains.
That's definitely zombie behavior.
And Issa loves that behavior.
And the zombie pig kills you with a bone.
With a bone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Well, how do you stop all the zombies? How does it end?
So it ends. So the places like the carnival and Peppa Pig's house, and like the mall and stuff, they're not real.
Oh, okay.
When you get like TNT and put it where you're supposed to be.
Turner Network Television?
What?
TNT?
Yeah.
Oh, is that like, what is that?
Blow up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So when it blows up, then you'll see that the places are fake. And then
that's probably a good system to figure out whether something's fake or not.
Blow it up? I like that. I'm also doing that.
P gone bad and killed too. And there's like this panda that kills you with a lightsaber.
Whoa.
Man.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Don't know that his name?
No.
Okay.
So when George and Mommy Pig and Daddy Pig and Peppa, how they kill is with a baseball bat.
Boring. Am I right?
It has blood on it, kind of.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, never mind. I'll take it back. No, like, nails in it or anything like that?
So.
Guess not.
So, there's the queen pig that got infected.
Green pig?
The queen.
Cream. Cream?
Queen.
All right.
From Peppa Pig. She got infected. And there's like this type of animal that I don't know, but it's the king of the zoo.
Okay.
And I don't know what animal it is. And he got infected too.
What's he look like? We'll try to guess the animal.
He's black.
Buffalo. Shadow buffalo?
Yeah,
Halloween buffalo?
I think it looks like a buffalo pretty much.
Okay, all right. We nailed it.
What are you doing, Issa?
Just pushing you forward to the microphone so everybody can hear you.
Okay.
Hear your beautiful little voice.
But it's too much close.
Nah.
I can
that's
only
great.
see. I can only see that much.
You're not supposed to.
We normally close our eyes
Mm-hmm.
when we talk. Yeah, we close our eyes.
So that's a pretty good episode 1 on Kenneth's Piggy Roblox podcast.
Piggy's a really long time, so there's going to be even more.
Oh, good.
I
Well,
think we should
we'll do
make this a chapter to 100.
That's good Patreon
Okay.
content.
Yep.
So, there's
We'll save it for episode 2.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for being on.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on the show.
And Issa just said that.
That's a pretty good Kenna's
Stop
episode
moving my
number
tail.
1.